Hello guys, it's the Enlightened Enlisted, your best dressed gamer here, and welcome to the second installment of our Tales of the Gun series. Today, let's take a look at this iconic rifle that served the Germans in both World Wars, the Kar98k. If you've ever played a World War II first-person shooter, then you are familiar with this rifle, but let's get the brief history before we get on to this review. As I previously stated, the 98k saw service in both World Wars, which means that's right guys, Hitler carried one. Its service in those wars for the Germans has made this rifle a symbol of Nazi oppression somewhat, but did you know that the rifle was actually used by many different nations, one of those nations being Israel in their fight to establish their own nation? They even converted the rifle to the NATO 7.62 by 51 from its original caliber of 7.92 by 57. The Kar98 sniper rifle configuration has been shown in many movies such as Saving Private Ryan and Enemy at the Gates. German sniper training in both world wars was a top-tier school, and then Matthias Hatzinger was one of those men who was accredited with 345 kills with his scoped Kar98k. However, today's rifle is seen more as a collector's item for those who are into World War I or World War II history, or for some of those people that are looking for a cheap military surplus rifle to purchase because of the large number of productions, being over 14 million. Now, Mauser has a modern-day version of the Kar98 action and their hunting rifle selection used by many hunters today. Now, the Kar98 comes in three different configurations in Enlisted. You have the standard rifleman, the sniper, and the grenadier setup. You're going to have both the infantry and the sniper available to you right off the bat, but you don't get the grenadier version until campaign level 17. Currently, your starting round count is going to be 25. That's going to be broken up with 5 stripper clips of 5 rounds apiece. And then you got the muzzle velocity of this great weapon at 750, which is quite good. Your rate of fire is pretty slow though, at 60 rounds per minute, and that is due because you are going to have to snap out of that ADS each time you pull the trigger for him to cycle the bolt. Those configurations are standard across all platforms of the Kar98 in the game. The Kar98 sight picture you're going to be very familiar with if you've played any World War II first-person shooters, as that sight picture is going to allow you to get that muscle memory back for that increased accuracy. So I would recommend that you use this at medium to long ranges, kind of thinning out the enemy defenders before you push in. When you do push in and get in close, I would just go ahead and hip fire, as I find it easier to take people out that way. The grenade launcher, however, is amazing in squad games because it can wipe an entire enemy squad or deal with a fortified position, so I really suggest using that. The sniper, you can obviously do the anti-sniper operations, which will help you on a lot of different levels, or just pick off enemies from farther distances. I would suggest, however, that you get the small ammo pouch at the very least for the sniper if you're going to do that, because they run out of ammo very quickly, or you can just have an engineer drop one of those supply points right next to it. Personally, however, I do prefer the Gewehr 43, as I tend to be a little bit more of an aggressive player, but on some of those larger maps, I do find the 98k to be a better option. Now, with some skill, recognition, and German engineering, you can make the Kar98 a symbol of the World War II combat classic it already is, defending the right to the bitter end. But I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and watching this video. I want to hear down in the comments section below, do you think the Kar98k is worth it or not? Let me know. And while you're down there in the comments, go ahead and check out all those links in the descriptions. I am streaming this game every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Enlightened_Enlisted. Love to see you there in the chat room there as well, friends. All right, until then, cheers.